Alright, I'm back doing another video on this throttle cable because I didn't really make a good video about it last time. You guys know I got an 87 luxury sport 5.3, and the problem I'm having with the throttle cable and stuff is it's because I have, you guys probably know from watching my videos, I have an Ls1 throttle body, and I didn't grab the Ls1 throttle cable like I should have when I pulled the Ls1. So I'm kind of stuck on having to make my own cable right now. So I showed you guys how I made the cable in the little bracket and stuff and how it was welded right here. So I went ahead and I pulled everything out so I can show you guys a better idea of what I did. So this is my bracket. You can see you can tell because it's all ugly as fucking. You can see the welds right there on the side, on the tabs. So you can see the tabs that I cut and where, you know what I'm saying, where I welded them, where I welded them back on. So this is the one that I cut the tabs off of. So you can see there's no back tab like this one, and there's no side tab like this. This is the original truck bracket for the throttle cable. Okay, so what I did was, like I said, I cut this tab off. I cut this tab off, which is this one and this one. And I took those two little pieces and I came over here and I bolted it right here, the back one here, and the side one there. Alright, so I bolted them in there, those two little tabs. So then I took my actual stock bracket, my second one, which looked like this at the time, and I squared this off, like this section right here. I squared this section off, so this tab can be flat. Let's see, I'm in the light, but my weld is like right there and right there. So I cut it so it would be flat, and so I cut the top of this one so it would be flat. Okay, right. So then I cut the side one, and as you can see, like this one's at an angle. Right there where my thumb is, you see that's at an angle. And this is originally, it's like squared out. You know what I'm saying? So I had to take this and I had to cut down to like, I don't know, down to like here. I don't know, I just kept taking my grinder wheel, my angle grinder and stuff with the flap disc, and I just kept grinding it down right here. And I had to cut this out to make it to where this would be easier to weld to this bracket. So these two tabs in place and my original truck bracket shaved off right here and shaved off right here. You know what I'm saying? I latched in the throttle cable right there. Alright, so what I did was, so this is my cut bracket, this is my actual bracket. So what I did was, after I cut these tabs off, like I said, I bolted it here and here, and with this squared off and this squared off, and this one, this piece cut at an angle like that. See what I'm saying? This piece and this piece was there and there. So I latched in my throttle cable like this, and originally it was pulling like that. You see, look, if I line up this bracket how it's supposed to go, you see my throttle cable is open. So if I let it go forward, that's how it's supposed to be, right? So this was my difference right here. So that's why I had to cut this squared off, and I had to cut this a little lower, a little more in, like that. Okay, ignore this little thing right here. It was this little hole right here for the Vortex cover to screw onto, and I broke it, so I gotta JB weld that back on. Okay, so I lined this up, like I said, where it fell in, and then I came up with this bracket. Once it fell in, once the bracket lined up with the two tabs that I screwed in here and here, I put a tack weld right there, and I put a tack weld right there where my finger's pointing. Oh shit, my angles fell off. So I put a tack weld here, and I put a tack weld there. Right? So then took it back off, welded together, and I got the back welds and some front welds. I didn't really grind these down too good, but so this is what I got now. All right, so with my bracket now welded together and my throttle position good, now my throttle can able to close because now my bracket slid up, I don't know, about a ½ inch or whatever. Now we'll come over here to the other side. Now the issues I was having over here. So this plug, when you get this end, it's squared. Now you can see like, kind of see like where I was sanding it and stuff, or I grinded it down on this end and this end. I had to square it out so it could fit into here. Let's see. Okay, so had to pull this back out. Okay, so now with this tab squared out, I can slide it into here. Oh yeah, so I had to shave this down a little bit because I moved my cable. So I had to shave this tab to look like this. I had to shave that down, and then I should be able to snap my cable in if it lets me. Okay, so now my cable snapped in. Okay, so then my problem was, like I said in my last video, I had too much slack. I had too much slack when I came in here. I can't see nothing. So I came in here. Okay, so I pushed all the wires out of the way. So the problem was, and when I clipped this little thing in, I had all this slack right here. Okay, so this is where this little thing right here comes into play. So after I did all that stuff up front to the bracket, lining it up and stuff, and then I had shaved down the plastic clip so it would clip into the firewall, I got left with all this extra slack back here. So what I did was, instead of having to go buy a new cable after doing all that work, I'll show you exactly what I did. I came and I took me one of these guys, something you get like in like an amp kit. Like you put your speaker wires in here and slide this into the amp for your speaker leads or whatever. So took one of these. You can see I cut the ring off. So with my pedal set, so with the ring cut off of that, the throttle set good right here, the cable clipped in to the firewall right there. Like I said, I still had all that slack left over. So what I did was I took that little clip thing that I chopped off of the little goat thing I just showed you. Took the little ring off of it. I took my pedal, or I held the cable like this with my other hand, I pushed the pedal all the way down until the throttle was all the way down as far as I could get it. Then I took this, pulled it down. I took a measuring tape and I measured from the black tab that clips into the pedal, from the edge of that to the bottom of this. So then I can't remember what it was, like, I seen it in centimeters. It was like 4.5 centimeters or whatever it was. I don't remember, but so I clipped that, cut that tab, pulled this, measured it, pulled the cable back out, and I clipped this, and I pinched this little go tab on it that I showed you just a second ago. I pushed it all the way down, measured it like this, pulled this little thing down towards the pedal like that. At the same time I hit the gas, measured how much length I had, and I took my little crimp thing and I crimped it on right there. But I had my nephew underneath in the hood, making sure my throttle body was all the way open when I pressed my cable all the way down. So now my pedal doesn't hit the floor anymore. But then I have, like, I don't know how much I would call that, probably like 1.5 inches slack up here. But I mean, that ain't no big deal. I'm not worried about it. It seems to be holding up just fine. But this is gonna be the end of my throttle cable update and my throttle body update. So I hope this helps somebody, because I know I didn't really see any videos about how to do this, so I put this one together myself. And honestly, like I said, I just made it work. Just like my transmission cross member, I heard everybody telling me to buy a new one. Shit, I got a welder, I'm gonna make it work. But this ain't about spending money, this is about making it happen. So I'm not doing no luxury stuff, I'm not doing no fucking super high-end build, I'm not doing nothing like that. So this is what I'm doing. I'm doing a basic fucking everyday swap. Just trying to get my car rolling again. But alright, y'all, I'm out.